What up, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Apologize that it's been a minute since I sat down in front of the camera and talked to you guys, but I still want to start this video out with a huge shout out to the big homie, my big homie, probably most of y'all big homies, Ben Milliken. Very first Elite Series tournament this past weekend. Went out there and laid the wood to him. Showed him that boy is not a YouTuber. He is in this thing and he's gonna be a problem forever until he decides he don't want to be a problem no more. So huge shout out to Ben on the Lake Fork. I'm sure there's some people with some knocking their knees right now because you're putting him on another fishery that sets up the way he wants it to set up. So that boy gonna be a problem. Huge shout out, man. Humble dude. Nothing but respect. Pretty awesome being able to say I'm a teammate of his, that I'm a part of something as big as the 6 is right now. I can't think of any company growing faster and doing bigger things in the fishing industry. So huge shout out to Ben, huge shout out to 6thSense and all the other 6thSense and Waterland anglers that laid the wood to him at Toledo Bend. There was quite a few in the top 50, a couple in the top 10. Serious fishing company with some serious fishermen on their roster. So huge shout out to Ben, huge shout out to 6thSense. But now, today, we're gonna do a quick unboxing. Again, the 6 has been dropping, it seems like bait after bait after bait after bait. The boys stay in the lab cooking up new and innovative ways to give these fish a new presentations. A lot of pressure on everybody's waters right now. So new, creative, innovative baits, staying ahead of the times is always key. Let's see, this box is from Waterland. Oh, that's kind of heavy. And then we got another one from the 6. And y'all know what comes in these big torpedo tubes. This is a major upgrade to my arsenal. I know what's in here. I'm excited about that. And before we even jump into the boxes, I was mentioning new baits. 6-inch whale. That boy's nasty. Big homie Ben Milliken's new hangover line through swim bait. The new 97 version in the Provoke jerk baits, the smaller version of the 106. These boys don't quit. That new 6thSense panorama. New soft plastic, the shindig. A lot of people using the free rig these days. That's becoming more and more popular. It's not really new, but the teardrop weight that you need for that. Hover shot, the hover strolling, super popular. Dropped hooks for that. Got tungsten nail weight for that. And that's only the half of it, to be honest. We got a few new ones in here, so let's jump into these boxes and see what we got. Let's jump into this Waterland box first. We're never prepared. I didn't bring a knife, so we just gonna fight the tape. Little drip. position. Dope design on the back. Big shirt for a big guy. Ooh. Ooh. Now you know how I like it. Look at that. That boy nasty. Let me get these tags off. We're gonna switch into that now. Sweet. Yeah, let's stay with that right now. That's my everyday hat right there. Let's see what else we got. Holder for the sunglasses. Sticker for the boat. Yeah, appreciate my people over at Waterland. Always treat me right. Never hit the water without my shades. It's almost as good as having a fish finder on the front of your boat. That sounds like an exaggeration, but I'm able to cut through that glare in the water. Something I see that I wouldn't have seen catches me some extra fish every time I hit the water when I have my water lens on, and that's just a fact. I've said that in a few videos before. Sometimes as you see a fish following your bait, sometimes it allows you to see a light or a dark spot in the water so you know where to cast, can see a stump. It's not always about just seeing fish, and it really helps with eye fatigue. Anyone who's been on the water without shades for hours on end knows that the glare off the water, even on a low light day, has your eyes and head hurting pretty bad. So, all right, let's see what's in the 6thSense box here. A mean tape job, they ain't playing. Always with the stickers. Always with the bait bags. These are my pond hopping go bags. I have bags of these things loaded with random baits all over the place. Let's see what happened. Speaking of new and innovative, whole top layer. That new Congo crawl. That's a form right quick. Do love my clamshells. Some people hate them. If you hate them, empty them out into what you like to put them in. They work for me though. Alright, here we go. There we go. Let's see. Ooh, and that's one of my favorite colors. Look at that boy right there. Ooh. That's 365 right there. Is when I can throw that color all year. Dirty water, clean water, it does not matter. Let's see what we call this color. Molting crawfish. That's nasty. But again, this is the new Congo. As you can see, it's got appendages on this side. It's got the appendages here. So you can snatch off these. Just have the wide, almost like a rage crawl. Snip them off here. Have something a little more streamlined, or for like a chatterbait trailer. That's gonna play real big. Texas rig, free rig, wobble head, swing head. It don't really matter. That's gonna play big there. Let's see. got that same bait in the Bama Crawl. You got that clear, get off that package. That orangey color, play real big in the spring. Gotta go tried and true black and blue. Good old dirty water. Drop that down. Yeah, there's another color. Ooh. Crawfish candy. If I can get that clear off there. That purple. Ooh, that's nasty. All right. Now here's a bait I saw teased at the very beginning of the opens season, the very beginning of the opens season last year. I do believe another one of the Elite Series Pro guys, Corey Johnston, teased it when they were down in Florida. I think they made sure to save a little juice for themselves until after the cat was out the bag. But that is a slight twist on a very tried and true product, and that is the swimming worm. This is called the Judge. And for anyone who's got bodies of water that are similar to mine, which is chock full of grass, this is a bad man right here. Let's see if I can get on that. And there you go. That is the Judge. Pop that appendage right there. You can fish this like a traditional worm. You can fish this pretty much like a swim bait, like a weedless swim bait. And you can throw it on top of pads and just kind of swim it and bubble it and then let it fall in the holes. But around grass, I would say almost any time, but them water temps get around 50 degrees and higher for pretty much the rest of the year. Y'all know our bass like to go bury down in that grass at all depths, and they're kind of hard to get to sometimes with any action. This is gonna do it. I am excited. I was really hoping that they was gonna let this hit the market a whole lot sooner. But hey, we in that thing now. Oh my goodness. And it's thick. I don't know if you can see that. It's got the slide in it. Make yourself a little more weedless, hide them hooks. Same coming out the other side. But again, it is not a thin worm. That is a beefy presentation. I like it. This is the watermelon red, and then the other one I showed you is the June bug dip. And we're not done yet. Three of the large bait bags. You guys have seen those before. I think I've got 4 or 5 of them already. This makes 7 or 8. Tackle organization is not my strong suit. But these definitely make it a lot easier. Got the little spot where you can write what your bait is that you got in each bag. You know which bag to grab. So, you know, they store well. You can go ahead and throw them just right there in your box on the boat. There's a lot of baits in each one of these bags. Really good for soft plastics and maybe some of your bigger clamshell baits and swim baits that you got the hooks covered up with. What else we got going on? And this is the new pitch flat tungstens. This is a big one here. This is a 1 ounce weight. But take one out the package. Unlike most of your traditional weights that are a little more rounded, these are, as it says, flat. See that? Super thin. It's gonna help you really slide down in the cover. I can already picture pegging this on that judge there, and with it turned that way, that thing's gonna swim better. And then when it goes to fall down in them holes, there's just less of this to get caught anywhere, and it'll slide through a lot easier. Very, very simple concept that I think will have big results. And then last, but certainly not least in that package, we've got a new party minnow. Again, we all know that the small swim bait style baits are really dominating. You see more and more spinning rods in the hands of high-end anglers than I think you ever have before. Just this week at Toledo Bend, we spoke at the beginning of the video. Most of them guys who finished in the top 5, top 10 had spinning rods in their hand on Toledo Bend, which is, you guys know, that's a big stick place. So it's all about getting bites. And the world's really getting dialed in. This is called the Party Minnow. I do believe this was designed by Corey Johnston, clearly one of the best smallmouth fishermen on the planet. I haven't fished it yet, just getting my hands on it. The colors are dope. I'm gonna pull one out the package right quick. But it is a drop shot bait, and it's unique in that it has the ability to be swam. So even when you have that drop shot dangling and you're kind of hopping, keeping bottom contact with the drop shot weight, that tail, almost similar to that 2.7, that's been absolutely a hammer. In the Divine series, that tail's still gonna be kicking and bubbling and just giving you a ton of action. See how thin it is down the back? Like I'm not moving anymore, and that tail is just kicking. So yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Matter of fact, that'll probably be tied on when I go out tomorrow. It's been nice for February in Indiana, but these fish know it's still February. We've had some very nice days, but the bite is very slow. We boated or caught some fish, but we've not had a fire bite yet. I think this is gonna get lit up. Right. Let me clean up my mess a little bit, and we're gonna move on to that big tube over there. All right. Always hard to get film or get rods in focus in the camera very well, but we're gonna do our best. This is what I'm excited about. Your rods always come just as they should for the 6. If they come broke, the post office really gave it the 1-4. Alright. Finally got them busted open. Let's start with the one I've never seen before. New broomstick. That is a, get that in focus. If you can see that, that is a 710 extra heavy. It is exactly what its name says it is. It is a broomstick. I will tell you though, that is surprisingly light. Be my first dedicated swim bait rod. It's much lighter than I anticipated. And a lot of your length, is down here behind your hand in the handle with leverage of chucking that big bait out there. So it doesn't feel, like it would if you had your handle way back here as far as the length of the rod. Now again, that may be common. This is my first swim bait rod. But that's sweet. That's sweet. I'm excited for that. I'm not exactly sure which reel I'm gonna put on here. I have an idea. I know I'm gonna buy at least one Tranks. That's the Shimano swim bait reel. But I might buy 2, because like I said, this is my first dedicated swim bait rod. But as soon as we pop the top on this, we now have 2 7.9 extra heavy fast in Big Ben's series. This is his swim bait rod. This is the 7.9 MF rod. It's got plenty of MF rods and other actions and such. But again, surprisingly light. Surprisingly light for such a long rod. It's a 7.9. I think my longest rod before these 2 was a 7.4. 7.4 heavy. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to more comfortably chuck around some of the bigger baits. I've had the draw for a while and haven't had a rod to throw it. Some other swim baits you can kind of get by with some baits, but you get up to the size of things like the draw. You get up to baits the size of the draw, and it can, you're taxing your equipment as much as you are yourself. And I didn't want to chuck it into the middle of the lake either, so yeah, not completely sure which reel I'm gonna put on here. I'm gonna buy at least one Tranks. Not sure which one of these 2 swim bait rods I'm gonna put it on, and then I'll probably just buy 2 Tranks. I think that'll probably solve my problem. All of this for me is a gear up towards Oklahoma. I wish I was fishing in the Bassmaster Classic, but I will be in attendance. Hoping to get down to meet a bunch of you guys, a bunch of guys from the 6, and yeah, I plan on fishing the whole trip. So plan on seeing the blast off, weigh in, kind of pick which one I want to do each day. Definitely be at the weigh in the final day. maybe get in contact with the guys from the 6, see if there's any booth commitments or anything they'd like me to participate in. Other than that, guys, me and the old lady gonna be in the little boat somewhere in Oklahoma. Can't put a guy from up north down there in the south and expect him not to be fishing. So we do our best to fish for giants here in Indiana, but you know, 6-7 pounder up here is a mega. I'm trying to go down there where their megas are 10, 12, 13, and 14 pounds. Got a couple lakes down there earmarked. If any of you guys are from the Tulsa, Grand Lake area and you got some ideas, you guys know the boat that I fish out of, hey, let me know. I'm willing to take recommendations. Otherwise, do what I always do and just find some new water and go send it. Got the dopest baits in the world, backed by the dopest company in the world. I think we can get it done. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Stay tuned in with the Instagram page. Been posting a lot of YouTube shorts. Definitely get back to making the full-length videos. Our weather is changing for the better. Spring is right here. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. Till the next time. Deuces, my people.